Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Nick here at Roll Coverage. Don't forget to subscribe because it helps us out a ton. And we appreciate everybody that does. But without further ado, let's go.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
Nope.
They roll coverage.
Okay, guys, so this one's an interesting one. For Panthers fans only, decided to put out a nice little short video. It's only about 4.5 minutes, so this one's going to be a quick one. But is Bryce Young a dark horse MVP candidate? Let's find out. Here we go.
Question is, what would you guys say the minimum stat line should be for Bryce Young in year 2? Go.
I've kind of already gone over mine. I need 3,500 yards. I need at least 18 touchdowns. I need you to limit those interceptions, and I need you to take less sacks. I also, to be honest, need you to get that completion percentage up because it's piss poor at best, and that's really what I need. If you go up and come out here next year and throw me 16 touchdowns and 3,200 yards, that's not good enough. I need it closer to the 18. I understand if I go 3,200 and 18 touchdowns, is that really that much better? No, it's not. But I need to see improvement. You're the former #1 pick who threw for less than 3,000 yards and 12 touchdowns after only missing a single game. And mind you, after they already added a new game or more games to the season. So I don't understand what happens. I really need to know your thoughts, guys.
I need something to compare it to, though. I mean, I'm just not really...
Last year? I mean, that's what you got to compare it to.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm just not familiar with those numbers.
Okay.
It's poor.
Or our producer can pull them up.
Just in case you guys don't know, I do not watch these ahead of time, so I like reacting to these live with you. So yeah, if you're here live watching with us, make sure you put it down in subscription or description, comments, whatever. My bad.
For Bryce Young's stats.
28-77, 11 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, you at least got it. I would say 3,500 bare minimum, and then I would also say that TD to pick ratio has to be a big gap in between that, because I think you have a lot more time. I think a lot of those picks were thrown under pressure, and so
I would agree with that.
I think if we minimize that, then I want to see that ratio kind of look a lot different. I don't know the specific number, but
almost like a 2-to-1 in a touchdown interception ratio. That's a pretty solid one. So if that's the case, you put him at about 20 touchdowns, about 10 picks. That's right around where we want it. But to be honest, I really need those picks more closer to 7 if that's the case. But it is year 2. Bryce Young does have a little bit of a disadvantage being shorter and a little thinner frame. He did take the second most sacks in NFL history last year. So it's going to take some time.
Bryce will set the single game passing yards record for the Carolina Panthers this season. I think he gets somewhere to about 3,700 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah, he does that. Okay, I'm listening. If he gives that stat line, totally down with that.
30 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm. That would be phenomenal.
That would be out.
Oh yeah, bro. People are going to absolutely lose it. So yeah.
Standing. And you said how many interceptions?
10.
Okay. I think mine will probably be 36-50. Okay. I would probably say 36-50 for me minimum with the weapons that we've acquired to surround.
I would agree. 3,500 minimum. At 36-50 is fine, but 3,500 minimum yards.
With improving that offensive line. I'd say 36-50. Want to see at least 26 touchdowns. I can live with 13 interceptions. I just need to see growth, bro. I need to see progression and growth.
But if you don't know, the Vegas odds for Bryce Young, I believe, is 18.5 or 17.5 touchdowns for the year. So they're not even expecting him to really break 20. And I believe they have him at like 3,200 yards. So that's, if he ends up at 3,219 touchdowns, are you guys actually happy with that? Is that okay for a former #1 pick where we traded away basically our entire franchise? I'm not happy with that. But again, like he said, I agree. I want to see growth, but I need to see some pretty substantial growth. I'm going to be honest with you.
And if I don't, this is a conversation that I've been seeing a lot on Twitter, Panthers Twitter. If I don't see a lot of growth and don't see a lot of progression, beware. Because I know you watch. That's all I'm telling you. Because I already know that, you got smoke for me. It is what it is. I'm just telling you, beware. Don't let me see any progression, and I'm going to tell you too. Because I know that you are a huge Bryce fan still. That's great. And I'm cheering for the nigga. I wish him the best of luck. If I don't see 3650, 25 tutties, and 12, 13 interceptions, I'm going to have a problem.
What if you don't see that, but he's winning ball games?
Then what can I really say?
Panthers fans.
Bryce Young isn't winning the game. The defense, the running game, and everything else is winning the game. And Bryce Young doesn't deserve the credit. Simple as that.
What can I really say? What?
Bryce will be a dark horse MVP candidate this year.
Yeah, I mean that's just sucking dick, but it's okay.
What? You
I
heard
agree
it
with
first.
that.
He'll be. Watch. He'll finish top 10 MVP voting.
How much would Jonathan Brooks have to top 10? I mean,
No. I'm not going with that. Top 10? No. That's not happening. In fact, I'll take that gentleman's bet. Whoever the hell is the person that just gave that, their cameraman, $1 bet right now that he's not in top 10. There's no effing way that happens.
he'll finish in the fucking top 30% of the league. I mean,
Is that not growth? Considering where
Keep going there. I don't care. You can pretend, but this is the reason why you're like, oh, it's a dark horse. Because the chances of it happening are slim to none.
he was at last season?
okay, you're right.
That's a substantial leap forward. I would love
You're
to
right.
see my second-year quarterback finish top 10 in MVP voting. Right or wrong?
I mean, I don't disagree.
Yeah, that would be phenomenal.
I'm about to say he acts like that statement was just so out of this world.
You know how he get behind him.
I'll get behind who.
Very weird energy.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, we'll be back next week with our
Hating energy.
part 2 of our 2024 draft
That
recap. I mean, I've been documented multiple times saying I don't fuck with the boy. So, it ain't confusing. They know. Or actually, maybe they don't know. Because there's a lot of new people that have been viewing. Just to make my stance clear, I do not fuck with Bryce Young. It's no problem. I just don't fuck with him as my franchise quarterback.
Feel that, man. I really wanted Shroud, but I accepted the Bryce pick after it happened. To find out all the stuff that happened behind the scenes, it puts a really bad taste in my mouth for not only him, but for the ownership and more. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm on dude's side.
That's it. Am I not entitled to that opinion?
I mean, that's fine.
I'm cheering for him.
He'll just prove you wrong.
I'm cheering for him. I hope he does. Shout out to Jonathan Brooks. Nobody else. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Weird.
Okay, it looks like they're done. I'm going to pump it over here. So my thought process is, I'm going to give Bryce the time of day. I'm excited and hopeful that he can improve. But of course, I have my own thoughts. In fact, I put out a whole video on the S2 and my tinfoil hat theory when it comes to Bryce Young. So many people have said that he has benefited from his dad being a psychologist and all that. So I think he's just mentally knows what to say, what to do in the right moments, but he is unable to execute at a very high level when it comes to the NFL. He might have been a great college quarterback. He might have been a great things doing other things other than being a starting quarterback in the NFL. But yeah, I agree. I think he's got about a year or so to really prove himself. If this year he ends up with, like you said, 3,200 and like 18, that's not a substantial increase, especially with the offensive weapons given. Because if that's the case, then we're going to go to the Purdy thing. Hey, Purdy beat him in all these measurable categories, but he has better talent. Okay, so who's better, Bryce Young or Brock Purdy? There's a bunch of things. I'm of course not going to get into that debate with people, but does he require a substantial amount of talent around him to succeed? It's possible. Is he able to elevate that talent? It's also possible. But this is going to be the year where we finally decided as Panthers fans. But in the meantime, hopefully you check out some of my other videos. My name is Nick. This has been Roll Coverage. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.